Today I want to make a gas forge. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time and I finally got around to it. I did make a gas forge in the past, but it was really heavy and sort of overbuilt. It was also difficult to replace the refractory materials, which I think should be easy for a gas forge considering that it's like a consumable sort of a thing in a forge because it breaks down over time. So today I hope to solve all those problems with a second version. And so I've got some materials here set up for the project and I'm going to change the angle and show you what I'm doing here. Thanks for watching. So I have a few things here to start off. So first of all, I have a few little nuts and bolts, a drill bit 3/8 of an inch in diameter, a couple of burners, so it'll be a double burner forge design. I'll talk more about these like later. And then these two little collars, I guess you could call them, just cylinders of tubing or pipe or something. And you might see where I'm going with this. Basically, the burner will be inserted into the tube. And these will be welded to the forge body. I'll tell you about that in a second here. But and then there'll be a hole in the side of this, and then the nut will be welded in alignment with the hole, and the bolt, of course, will be the set screw that will hold it in place. And I think that'll be a really good design because it's easily removable. So just overall, I think that's going to be a good option. Okay, and then onto what I'm just calling the forge body. It's just this piece of rolled sheet steel, about 1/16 of an inch thick. And it's pretty big right now. I think I'm going to shorten it and also cut off a couple inches from either side and constrict this cylinder down to a smaller diameter. So for the floor of this forge, I'll just be using these thinner fire bricks. And then the whole thing will be lined with this KO wool material. And then I have the rigidizer. So this is the material that I removed. I've also prepped the edges with a grinder so it's ready for welding. I'm going to use a ratchet strap to tighten this thing up, that way the two edges meet. Okay, I'm going to use Miller. He's a good welder. I'm going to use it for this project. So as you just saw, I've just welded the two ends together, and now I'm just marking around the circumference of this forge where I want to shorten it at, which in my case will be 15 inches. So what I've done is I've used a center punch and marked around by basically just doing this. And then once this line is drawn all the way around by connecting those dots, I'm just going to cut it with an angle grinder and then dress up the edges. That way I don't cut myself on the burrs that are formed when that happens. And then we'll go from there. By the way, I used 8 ounces of the liquid, and I just diluted it in water. It looked like it was the full bottle because I just used the same bottle to spray the diluted liquid.